Going on, everybody? It is Littlefoot again. So today we're going to be doing a review of Invincible, like I had mentioned in my last video. This song is a very important song to me in the fact that I use it on a regular basis. So if I have panic attacks or seizures, it will bring me out of them. So without further ado, we're going to get into it.
Longing truth and soul, longing for another wind, lurching to the fray, weapon out and belly in, warrior struggling to remain consequential. Low, loud, bold and proud of where I've been, but here I am.
So I'm going to pause it there and go over a few things. So clearly it's a really long song. It's right off the bat. Um, The other thing is it talks about struggling to remain relevant and consequential, and then bellowing out loud, bold and proud about where they've been. Um, so there's two different things overlapping there. Struggling to remain seen, basically. Uh, People are overlooking them. They're being forgotten. Excuse me. And then the idea of also trying to stay in the forefront by yelling or bellowing, as he says, of the things that they've done. So, for me, this song very much resonates in the fact that when I was very depressed, I have narcissism. I am a narcissist. I have control of it. However, when I was going through what I was going through, I did everything in my power to point out what I had done, the good, because I struggled with self-esteem, self-worth, confidence. Um, I had nothing of value otherwise, is what I felt like. But I could show off what I had done to maybe make a valid effort. Um, and so the idea of feeling fading away in a futile attempt to boast what things you may have done, I can validate. I understand that. So this song very much resonated with me, and I get it.
I've been, but here I am. Beating chest and drums, beating tired bones again. Age old battle mind, weapon out and belly in. A tale told of battles won, of things we've done. Caligula would grin.
So that part, tales told, a battle won, of things we've done. Caligula would grin. It's a hard thing to read if you don't fully like delve deep into the actual meaning, but it's quite literally like you're trying to brag and try and remain popular or heard or like nobody cares about you anymore. And so you're doing your best to like in a crowd of people where nobody's paying you any attention. You're like, oh, hey, guess what I did? Or, yeah, well, I was doing this, like doing your absolute best to still remain relevant, um, and still feeling lost and forgotten. And so the better part of, I'd say about a year, I was like that. Um, Nobody's fault but my own. Um, I put myself in that position, and I pulled myself out of it too. So music is something that when I find music that resonates with me, I stick to it, and I very much respect and hold on to it. Um, and this is one song that has carried me. Mm. On we go.
Of battles won, of things we've done. Caligula would grin. Beating tired bones, tripping through remember when. Was invincible, now the armor's wearing thin. Heavy shield down.
So that part, once invincible, now the armor's wearing thin. The idea of feeling invincible, impenetrable, like you'll never be forgotten, you'll never be left behind. Um, it's not impossible. Um, as sad as that is to say, that there is always that lingering fear in everybody's mind, I'm sure. Um, and for me personally, this song is is a way for me to almost rebuild that emotional armor that I need to not think like that. That it's easy to drop that defense. That I'm gonna be forgotten. Um, and as a narcissist, that's something that I can't do. I can get into that mindset very easily, and sometimes push people away even. And so I have to remind myself that is not who I am, and that I am relevant, and that I need to love myself every day, including the people around me. Back to you.
Now the armor's wearing thin, heavy shield down. A warrior struggling to remain relevant. A warrior struggling to remain consequential. Crying
So before we get into Danny Carey's war drum sequence, um, this song is a phenomenal song. It's very much something that, whether you're just a Tools fan or uh, a person who needs a song that you can resonate with, or you want to look up the meaning of it, whatever it is, it it breaks down in so many ways. I can, for me, I really relate to it in the fact that I understand it. Uh, for what it's worth, you know, I've been through it so many times. Um, on a day-to-day basis deal with trying to remain consequential or relevant. Um, however, it is not about what it used to be. I am no longer depressed. I am no longer like to that point anyway. What it is now is I am trying to make myself feel love for myself. And I do have confidence. I do have pride. I do have self-worth. I do have self-esteem. Um, and the consequential, like the fact that I do feel relevant now in this place that I'm at, I want to keep it that way. Um, and so I can understand it. Uh, and the fear of disappearing or being replaced is is something that I can validate, when you feel like you're about to be replaced, especially if somebody, like, if you feel like it's like in their case, they're musicians and they feel like they're being replaced in the industry. That is very scary. That would be uh, an odd scenario, I'm sure, for anybody. However, for them, that's their livelihood. And so imagine, any scenario, if somebody came into your world and said, "We are replacing you. You are now no longer in this picture," it would change your life perspective entirely. Um, and so I understand it. I get it. It's a valid thing. And so I guess I relate to these things in different ways because I've been through that um, too many times, perhaps. And so now that I am where I am and have overcome the things that I have overcome, I'm not afraid to share the fact that this song resonates with me and makes me feel more and more motivated to not let myself fall backwards and feel like I am going to be replaced or I am uh, being forgotten, that I am relevant and I love myself and I know people love me. All right, let's get on with it.
Tears in my eyes, chasing hearts, deliriums, phantom soul, filled with hope. I can taste mythical fountains cross, hope perhaps, but the truth never got in my way. Before now, feel the sting, bearing time, bearing down.
All right, first of all, I just have to touch base on Danny Carey's drummings because like he's insane. Um, the song itself would The composition, the bridge, the chorus, the transitions, the drumming, Jesus, man, really, all of it. I saw them perform this live in 2022, and it was so stunning to watch live. Even like it was just crazy. Um, hit me up in my channel. Maybe I could pop some photos in there from the concert. I have some. That was the only song I could take pictures of, which was stupid. But it's Tool. What are you gonna do? Anyway, moving along. Um, yeah, this song, like for real, it's one of those songs that it has so many levels of emotional connection with me. It's just about pushing forward. Yes, there are obstacles, but so what? We're human. Obstacles are part of life. Get over it and push forward. Okay. This song is something that I put on every day for just having it on because it reminds me that where I fall short, I can push forward another 2 feet of my 1 foot fall back. You know, if I fall back a foot, I take that 1 foot forward and I take another 3 feet. You know, I make up that difference. Like it's not that big of a deal. I can make it up. I'm human. Errors are going to happen, and I'm not irrelevant. I am extremely relevant. I have people that care about me. I have people that love me, that want me to exist. Um, and it brought me out of a very dark place. And again, it's something that I highly recommend. So, again, back to it. So that was Invincible by Tool. It's kind of quick recap. I mean, that song's first of all amazing. Um, the song itself obviously is based around the concept of Ponce de Leon seeking the fountain of youth and remaining uh, relevant. But it also, as it reckon or as it um, no, as it says, it talks about refers to the idea of like boasting, you know, mm, talking about yourself remaining consequential because maybe you're fading into the existence of who you thought you were maybe. And for Tool, the idea was they're a band in a world that is quickly being replaced by other bands, and it is a very real fact for them that that could have been a thing, um, or very much is a thing even. Who knows? For me, I can understand it because emotionally, you can as a human, and maybe I'm different again. Like I said, this is not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is my channel, not yours. Um, these songs resonate with me in a different way. When I listen to a song like this, what I hear is somebody expressing the fact that they are no longer relevant. And they feel like they're no longer relevant, and they feel like they're lost in a world that they want to be heard in, and they are fading into the existence that they thought they were, and they're screaming, they're bellowing for for someone to hear them, and no one is. Um, and so they're doing everything that they can to overcome those obstacles to remain relevant. And that is exactly what I did. I used this as music to overcome obstacles such as panic attacks, seizures, and then I, in a way, used this to motivate myself to kind of drive myself to find other outlets. Like I realized music was an amazing outlet for me, so I started adding more and more and more and more and more music, and then I started realizing that I didn't like who I was, how I looked, what I did, and I motivated myself and I drove the the uh, person that I didn't like about me out, and which was the narcissism, took control of it, and I started loving myself and becoming a better person. I picked myself up and essentially I saw these obstacles that were in my way and I overcame them because it was the right and the only thing to do. Um, because I could have kept going the route that I was going and just accepted fate, but that's not who I am. And so in a way, yeah, maybe therapy didn't work for me. Medicine definitely did not work for me. Um, music did. And I have a lot to thank when it comes to this song because it really does motivate me every day. And so, you know, Tool, Maynard, Adam, Danny, Justin, if you guys are out there listening and you just happen to browse and come across this, thank you, really, because one song, uh, it changed my perspective on what I should be doing with myself and pushed me to to do a lot, and it keeps me like very level. And like I said, I have epilepsy, and when I have seizures, for whatever reason, if I put this song on, it will stop my seizures. So, thank you very much. It is a very amazing song, and I hope you guys appreciate this. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Later.